So before we get to our final speaker, every day of Web Summit, we have approximately 600 alpha startups exhibiting. Alpha startups are early stage startups that have applied to exhibit at Web Summit. Over the course of the last several months, we've had about 60,000 startups that began the application process, and they've come all the way through that application process from countries all over the world, across 17 different industries, and then have been selected to be here. Yesterday, we had a fantastic group exhibiting. Today, that group has changed, and tomorrow you're going to see a whole new class of startups. Over the course of today, yesterday, and tomorrow, some of our more than 1,000 investors who've flown in from all over the world, from angel investors all the way up to late-stage investors, have been wandering around incognito, scoring, interviewing, questioning, interrogating these startups to ultimately try and find some really, really incredible standout startups from our class of 2015. Ryan Sarver from Redpoint Ventures, a partner at Redpoint Ventures, was one of the investors who went around and gave of his time to meet with these startups. And we're going to call them out in a moment, and we're going to present them with a little something. But before we do, Ryan, I'd just love to know your thoughts, having wandering around outside.
I mean, first of all, it's unbelievable to see such a gathering of entrepreneurship and kind of a celebration of it. So, it was really impressive to me, and we see tons of companies every year back in San Francisco where we're headquartered, to see such high quality here and such kind of diversity in the types of companies people are building. So I walked away really impressed and kind of really inspired by what people are building, and I think it's great that we're going to celebrate a few of them here that really stand out.
So last year, from the class of 2014, there were, we've published the kind of list previously, but there were 40 startups who similarly had 1 meter booths outside. And in the period since Web Summit 2014, those startups, and we had no role to play, have raised over $1 billion in venture funding. And I think many of those startups that you walk by outside, some of them are going to make a tremendous impact over the next year. So I would encourage all of you, when you leave after our final speaker and tomorrow, to take some time to try and find some interesting startups across a whole range of different industries. So we've selected 10 startups that were exhibiting as part of our alpha class yesterday, and I'm now going to call them out on stage to join myself and Ryan. We're going to invite all 10 of those startups to join us in Lisbon in 2016 as our guests. We think they have an incredibly bright future ahead of them, and we look forward to where they go. So could you please put your hands together for Blink Inc., ChatSim, Double Robotics, Medify, and TerraB.
Hello. Congrats, guys.
Thanks a million.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Congrats, guys. Congratulations. Congrats. Good job, guys. Yeah, good job. Done. Congratulations. Congrats, guys. Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Congrats.
So we're going to get a quick... So guys, congratulations, and we've got to track down a few more of those startups who are somewhere on campus, and we'll have more of those startups up here tomorrow. So really, you're going to have to watch these guys over the course of the next year. They're really a standout in the eyes of so many of our investors, and I think the future is very, very bright for you all. So to Ryan...
Can't wait to see you guys in Lisbon and see what you've accomplished after them. Great.
To Ryan and each and every one of you, best of luck over the next year, and thank you so much for coming to Web Summit 2015.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.